Hi everyone, back again with me Renzi, and I'm from Indonesia, and it's already 7 p.m. So I want to talk about my day. Let's just say I really want to talk about my experience today when I drove my car from work to home. Well, I just got home recently, so I drove my car from my work around 5:30, and then I came home around 7:30 ish or something like that. And that actually kind of relieving to myself. And why is that? I think it's because when I drove my car, inside the car, it actually I finding myself that I can talk about anything, and then I can find solution about the problems that maybe I haven't thought about it. Let's say if actually I can talk in the car in my personal space. Let's just say something like in my room. This is my room actually. And then if I talk something and if I talk about my problems and I speed it out expressively, I think it's kind of interesting, or maybe it's relieving and satisfying. So my experience today from driving when I drove my car from work to home, actually, I kind of laugh, I kind of anger, I kind of spit about the problems that occurred today. So there are many things that I really explain to the car no, or to the wheel actually, but I thought about myself that what am I gonna do with this? What am I gonna have to do with this problem? What should I do? What I think that if the problem occur anymore in the future, in the near future, what should I do? What have I done before should have been corrected, or maybe being something that is much more useful in the future. You see, when I drove in the car, I kind of spit out the problems, and then I find it all. I also find it the solution myself. I mean, let's say I spit the problems, and then I kind of break down the solution that I think it's doable. I think it's possible. I think it's good. I think it's good and bad, but it's still doable. And then I break down about it, and then I kind of think that and analyze that. Is it possible? Should I choose this? Should I choose that? And then I break down about it. And what's interesting is I also find that solution is applicable to mine. Of course, it's coming from my mind actually. But to think about it, that what my point is, when you are in a personal space, you actually kind of think that you can talk about anything. Well, in my case, I can't. Why is that? Let's say I'm in my room, but I can't think, or maybe spit it out, or maybe speak that out so bluntly. I mean, I live with my parents, and then there are also my sisters, and then my parent and my family can hear about anything that I can talk, or maybe shouting. So each of us, I mean, every people needs their personal space. Although we are a social person, we are a social human being, we are a social things, but not things. But actually, we still need that personal space. I mean, if you are a social person, it's good. I'm a social person too. But there are times that you should have been alone in some space. Well, in my case, when I'm in the car, I can talk about anything. I can sing about anything, and I can scream about anything. And even when I'm driving, if I'm sleepy, I kind of slap myself. I mean, yeah, because you can't sleep when you're driving. But if that problems occur, you have to deal it with yourself. So actually, I find that the solution to that thing is you have to find that solution yourself, and you already have your solution. You already have that answer on your mind, and you just have to break down things that you already have on your mind. And all you have to do is break it down and then analyze it yourself. Is it good? Is it bad? Just like, if I do this, how much percentage that it is not going to be bad, or maybe that other people going to think that I'm bad, or maybe I'm so stupid or something. We always insecure about myself. So we kind of want to thought that we have to think that every our every our opinion, every our action, every our purpose to do anything, it should be matters to us, but do not troubling other people. So when I'm in the car, I always thought that it is a good personal space. Why is that? I think it's because I can spit about all my problem. Like today, I really spit my problems about my work, about my social life, about my relationship. Even I talk about my relationship in the car. Well, actually, I'm not calling anyone in the car because in Indonesia it's restricted. I think it's also restricted in other countries, but actually I don't calling other person in the car, but I exchange it with talking to myself. Ooh, that's so gross. Is it gross? No, I think it's not gross. It's just it's a good thing so that you can actually relieve yourself, and then you can discover what's yours, what's your perspective about anything and something like that. And think about this something like this. You actually think about always wanted to get better or maybe good in other person eyes, in other person's perspective, but you are already good. And sometimes we tend to forget that we are already good, and at this point we are already good, we are already best at ourselves. So actually, when I'm in the car, I kind of think that maybe we all should need this. No, maybe I should need this often. Well, I'm not really often driving car from my home to work. It's just I seldom to do that, and it's, I don't know. It's occasionally, and if there's some event occurs, I kind of drove that car to work. But every day, every day I'm commuting using trains, and then uh, motorbike or something like that, not using car. So it's kind of relieving and it's kind of satisfying to talk about myself, to think about what my problems occur, what my think about my problems, even my social life, something like that. So my social life is like when I talk about it, when I talk to myself in the car, it's something that I really wanted to think about further, even my relationship also. And why is that? Because I can talk about anything, and then I can make another step. What should I do? What am I gonna do? What should I do in the future, and something like that. It's interesting because I even think about how my relationship should be if I'm doing this, if I'm doing that. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna like? So in that personal space, I can do everything like that, and I can talk about anything like that, and I'm enjoying like something like that because when I really think, when I talk about myself in front of, when I'm driving, of course, it's full of satisfying and full of happiness. Well, though Though when I'm driving, the road is full of traffic jam, but I kind of feel that it's really satisfying to myself. It really good. It's really good for my soul. It's just that perhaps in everyday life, I can't talk about this to anyone, even my parents, even my close friends, in my inner circle or something like that. But actually, I kind of think that I need to talk about my problems to myself because I'm the one who did that. I'm the one who can answer that problems myself. Well, though God can, but I kind of think that we already have our answer to our problems on our mind, but we just need to think how we should do how we should do this by breaking it down. And then when I'm in the car, I sometimes I imagine how I should do, how am I gonna do if it's going to be like this, if I did this, what's it gonna be? Even so even I'm thinking that if I really close to this person, should I approach him or her? Should I getting closer to him or her? Should I? Should I not? Should I not? Is it okay? Is it too disgusting? Is it too soon or is it something like that? And I talk about things like that to myself so that I came up with a question and answer about things that I should be. And it's quite interesting. I mean, I drove my car around, so it's around an hour or so. I think yeah, I think it's an hour, an hour and 30 or something. But I kind of feel that it's a short trip. Yeah, because when I really enjoy driving and when I really enjoy talking about my problems, talking about myself, talking to myself, I really enjoy. And then it really feels like, well, how come it's so short? How come it's really short time? How come it's so fast? And it's kind of weird. Is it weird? I think it's weird, but I think it's good enough for us or for any other people that talk to ourselves is something that should be done to anyone because you can just talk about things, talk about anything, and then you can just spit it out. Something that you can tell to other person, to other people, even your family or maybe even your sister or something like that, your close person, your friends. No, but you can just spit it out onto yourself. How come you're so stupid? How come you're so silly? And something like that. How am I so stupid or something like that? How am I so silly? What have I done or something like that? No, it's not cursing. It's just feeling that ugh, this is so this is so depressing, something like that. And then when you think about something like that, you also came up with a solution yourself. You can find it by breaking it down. Okay, that's a problem. And what am I going to do? What should I do today? What should I do now? What should I do tomorrow? You can also think about it, or you can also think about it also, and you can break it down, and then you can talk about it, anything. And then it really satisfying, and I really recommend that to anyone. If let's just say if it's really hard for us to find someone that can hear or maybe thought that we are really their friends or maybe their colleagues or something, I think maybe we can start talking to ourselves because all you have to do is magic. No, because none other people can understand yourself other than yourself. Is it weird that word that words? No. No one can understand better of myself other than myself. I think that works, because we already know the problem, and also we already know the solution, and then we can come up with a solution if we know how to break it down. And it's as simple as that. So that 1 hour, 1.5 hour driving from my work to home, I kind of feel like I can imagine about anything, and then that really has been a magical drive. No, a magical journey for me. For me, it's a magical journey. I think it's because I can find myself about anything. I can find my solution about my problems, and it's really intriguing that my problems are actually me, the one who causing that problems. In fact, it is. Then that 1 hour, 30 minutes driving, sometimes I kinda have to use that. No, not use that. I mean, I think I have to get used to it. Driving alone, driving alone at the highway, and then singing myself out, screaming myself out, shouting myself out, something like that. Is it lonely? I guess it is, but I think it's one of the many special times that you can actually think of, that it's one of the moment that you are finding yourself. And I really love talking something like that, because you can talk, you can spit. Oh no, not spit like that, but you can actually finding yourself, and then you let your heart out without anyone to know. Well, you and your gut, of course, but actually sometimes we have to spit out. Sometimes we have to let our minds and release our problems by saying things to other person or to ourselves, because it is really interesting, because we are the one who cause it, we are the one who also know the answer. And I guess that's it for today. Thank you guys. See you on our not see you on our next live, but thank you guys for hearing. Thank you guys for listening. Sorry, thank you guys for listening. See you on our next time. Bye.